Welcome everybody. It is episode 6. Dum, bum, 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 bum. Of course we are. And of course I am joined by Flouze Maker.
Yes.
We are watching
And
Cynical season 8.
We are watching. We are watching, and they're pretty confident, Blaze. They're all
They're all like looking at him. Did he say something wrong?
I don't know.
No, I think they were
Now
joking.
not to.
Yeah, I think he's diffused the situation with a couple of snowballs. This reminds me of a movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It is called A Midnight Clear. It's set in World War II, I want to say. Basically the idea, the movie was, it's the Alliance versus the Germans, and the Germans knew that they've lost the war, but the order hasn't come yet to retreat. So they try to defuse the situation with the Allies. That they're holding this border with a snowball fight, and they try to show them hey, we're friendly. Can we just not kill each other until we get this retreat order?
But it was just a ruse.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to spoil the movie. Go watch it. A Midnight Clear, very good movie. I like it.
Good idea.
I like the movie.
Blue team has stopped caving. They're back on the surface.
Okay.
In the desert. They're 800 blocks away from 0-0, so that's not their plan. They're not planning on going to 0-0. So they have managed to convince Burning to not BTC. It's already something of... Oh, Sedgos has a power 4, by the way.
Oh yes, they were sitting pretty handy in terms of gear. I saw sharpness 3. I saw sharpness 2 diamond. Some good stuff in there.
Tyler's has sharpness 3 diamond now.
Nice.
And Burning has Burning, that's terrible. Compared to your teammates, he's got power 2 and sharpness 1. He needs some extra help, that's for sure. But Sedgos, who is a sniper, like you've rarely seen, usually actually on European servers, he's unstoppable. On American servers, maybe his game will be thrown just off enough that he'll give other players a chance. But he's quite the marksman. And Tyler's, as we know, very dangerous with a sword, so they got the 1-2 punch with Burning riding along. Fairy Juice just got a creeper thrown in his face. Last I checked, Green Team were still caving. Oh, and now they've met up in the desert as well, but they're easily 700 blocks away from Green Team. But they're also doing some last-minute enchants. I think they want to head to meet up early as well.
Okay, so a couple of teams want to position themselves. This is generally, I find, not a great idea, depending on what 0-0 is like and how far away you have to stay, If it's a huge flat area, you're probably going to get snuck up on if you get up there early. But it's not a bad idea, it's just at least, take a passing glance and decide whether you want to stick around or not.
So Ginger has a sharpness 3 fire aspect sword. So
Wow.
That's going to be something to watch out for.
Zeniker also has a fire aspect sword.
I do recall. He does. He's going to be difficult to stop. Blaze has to be a miracle worker for Red Team to lose this, I think.
Yeah.
Or they'd have to become the cream in a sandwich.
So here, if I was Blaze, this is what I would be thinking at this point. You didn't get an opportunity to poison them because they were never grouped up, and they will never be grouped up again. What you will hope for is to get secondary gear by looting corpses, so that you get really geared up, and then you can use that at the very end to murder or face everyone.
Quite possibly.
Right? It might become a 1v, you might hope a couple team members go down, so a 1v3 at best case,
Scope had finding more diamonds as well. I think OU is on the surface. Yeah, he's been given the coordinates to join chapter. So it looks like OU and chapter are trusting each other more than they are trusting Scopehead. Despite the fact that Scopehead has diamonds. Now, of course it's pure speculation.
Or it could be they are all gathering back together.
It could be, but Scopehead he found a spawner over here, so I don't know if he found some good stuff in those chests. Let me take a quick peek. at what Scopehead has.
Yeah,
He's
Senator
got a sharpness
combat
3
logging,
book.
of course.
He's got an infinity. Scopehead has an infinity book in Thorns 2. I don't know if he'll definitely he has to choose the infinity, of course. Especially considering he has only 3 arrows. He needs that infinity book.
Thorns
Because
would actually be
otherwise-
quite hilarious if you were like Engel, for example, in this
Yeah,
case.
it would be hilarious. But given the fact that Scopehead has 3 arrows, he has no choice but to use the infinity. Because he's not going to get enough arrows by the end of the episode for me.
Right.
So he needs that infinity. I think that's what he'll be working on. I suspect he found those books in the nearby spawner, and maybe his reaction. I don't know if he told his teammates. I assume he didn't. But
Yeah.
now Chapter is actually digging down the scope, as it turns out.
Yeah, I think they're meeting.
Be meeting.
I think as a team they're meeting up.
Chapter still hasn't had time to heal up.
So here's the thing:
Again.
the trickiest thing about playing as a mole is being suspicious of other people convincingly.
Indeed.
Because
Yes.
if you're not suspicious enough, then obviously you're the mole because you feel safe, right?
Exactly.
But if you're
You're
too
quite correct.
suspicious, then you draw suspicion just because you're talking too much and you're annoying everybody.
Indeed. You don't want to be the one that annoys.
Yes, never. You never want to be the person that everyone's just going like, yeah, just get rid of him. I don't care if he's a mole or not.
And OU is digging down to them, so they'll all be
Yeah.
reunited. No idea if they'll be, so by the looks of it, I don't think Scopehead intends on making a move.
I also
Do you
don't think
think
Blaze
he-
is going to make a move either.
Do you think he could have succeeded in telling his team that perhaps he got mole stuff from the battle they fought?
From killing
that-
Zarky? Or not killing Zarky, but killing
not Zarki,
Bertree?
Tudykins.
No, he
Tudykins? No, Bertree.
he killed Bertree
Yeah.
and then said there's nothing there. I don't know, they were all kind of looking at the loot, like the stack of stuff there.
But he said that in the public chat. He didn't have to say that in the public chat.
Oh.
He could have said that, to his team. To his team, he could have just told a different story.
That's true.
And he said.
But like I was saying, everybody saw the stack of stuff, right? When they placed it down?
Right.
When it fell down, like it's plausible deniability.
Okay, so just to keep everyone, updated, that's a screenshot happening right there. There you go.
Okay, they're just doing a screen, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's also a test of trust, right?
Well, here's the
You only
thing.
do that with the people you trust because the
Yeah.
mole could have set fire to them.
Oops, fighting going on.
Yeah.
I think they're teammates. No, they're not.
No, they're not. No. We knew that green team was on the surface wondering.
Ginger is here as well, so Ginger. Oh, yeah, actually, yeah. Blue team position much better here, but if Ginger gets close enough, it'll be a little bit harder to shoot him.
One of the green players, I think they're close to him, is coming up for this. Okay, no. I thought he were going for this flank from behind, and actually they displayed that. They're not going to be going from behind at all.
No, there's no real easy way to come up from behind just because if you're doing head counts, you'll be fine here. You see green team, you count 3, and you're okay. The only thing is, will be another team sneaking up behind you.
Indeed. Because that is pretty much. We're very, very close to 0-0. So
Yeah.
basically, those were 2 teams that decided to. Oh, and Sedgas.
Doing the French sniping, yeah, doing the French sniping as you're saying, telling people what they smell like.
Miss often, and with that bow, it's going to hurt a lot.
So which one's the squirrel? Which one's the elderberries?
And let's bet that Tyler's is hoping someone wants to brave up the hill.
So
Tyler's is the type of guy that might actually leave that fort and go charge at someone if he sees them being isolated. So
right, if he
maybe-
sees a singleton.
Yes.
So this is a very interesting
and actually,
situation.
Ginger would do the same.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
yeah. I do feel like both of these teams here probably trust their team at this point. I don't think
Oh, yeah.
blue team for sure, green team like I
Without a
said
doubt.
probably.
It's
So
a good thing that Ginger is shifting down there because if he was spotted and identified as being alone,
Tyler's would charge him.
yeah. But now he's trying to sneak up the hill.
Oh dear, this is
Trying to sneak up. No, he
no,
gave
no.
up on that one. gave up on that. Oh, Burning is actually shooting from behind. No, wait.
No, he's shooting in front.
He actually successfully landed a great shot. Well done, Burning.
You sound shocked, sir. I'll have you know that Burning has won a season of Cynical.
Indeed.
On his own, was not a team, did not get carried.
Quite true, which is much better than I've ever accomplished. I was going to say, Burning is a deceptively better bowman than people give him credit for.
I just think comparing to other people, you know, that he plays constantly with, then yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
Compared
next to the
other
sun,
people,
all stars don't shine as bright.
when you're compared to Setgos and Tyler's, yeah, you're probably not going to look like the best. But
Alright, so you're chasing after green. I'm going to come back over to the blue guys here, whom I've promptly lost sight of.
So, are they out of healing? Have they decided to relocate? Oh, they still have about 4 gapples each. Green team. Yeah, green team still has about 4 gapples each.
I see count
So
5
they
here.
they decided that the fight was too close.
Yeah, 5, average 5 for blue team here, so they're slightly ahead in healing. It looks like they're content to hold this spot here on this hill. They're pretty happy with their positioning. It's not quite 0-0, but it does have a good view, a good vantage point of the other stuff.
So green team is about as stocked as orange team, except they have a little bit more diamonds, and they have 1 mole less.
And it looks like red team has a plausible excuse for not participating in fighting at this moment. They're waiting for their 5th team member to join back, and that's Zeneker.
And I don't know what kind of... I'll have to figure out what they're talking about here, because that's weird. Especially when they know they still have a mole.
Right. Because it's the mole's definitely not Zeneker. Most definitely not Zeneker. They can probably guess that as much. I mean, if I were them, my assumption would be either Blaze or Engal, and I really, really would hope it's not Engal.
Yeah, it would be crossover.
Engal to me would be the most likely candidate as the mole, but it depends on how many gifts, how many bribes he's tossed out now at this point to people.
Difficult to tell.
Well, no, actually, we can take a look. He's got 13 apples still, so 13 times 8. So 12 times 8 is 96. So that's 104 apples. 104 gold, 110. So he only given away 30 gold worth of apples. So it might seem a lot to them, but that's not that much for him.
He has not shared. He doesn't trust his teammates.
Yeah, I wonder how much levels he's had, because he's still sitting on trying to get this power 5. He's not shared this power 4 boat with anybody either, which means they could have had 2 power 4 boat.
Yeah.
I mean, I would probably give it to Zeneker, if anything.
No, I think right now, until he knows who the mole is, he's not going to share it.
Yeah, I mean, he looks pretty stacked, and he is.
And he's just, he looks pretty stacked. He's confident that even if the mole makes a move, he's going to survive.
Yeah.
Given how stacked he is.
But looking at how much stuff he might have given out to his teammates, I think he's still a candidate for suspicion. Because he hasn't given out, like, a substantial amount.
Yeah, he has given up a minute.
Yeah.
Like, when you show up in full diamonds, and you can't pretend that you only have 3 gapples. Like,
Or 3 apples to spare.
exactly. No one's going to believe that. Especially when your name is Engal, and they know how much you usually do.
Yeah.
And if you're curious, this season of Cynical is a redo.
Mm-hmm.
And, in the initial take, Engal had the worst luck caving that I've ever seen him have. And he had the worst luck with what happened to his team that I've seen. So if you're wondering if Engal is lucky all the time, there is one scrap season of Cynical. Where
So is that why we're redoing this? No, we're redoing because Ginger didn't win, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also because the mole's plugin didn't really work right.
Yeah.
There was a lot of foulers.
Well, there's a lot of standing around going on right now. Most teams have
Yes,
been
there
on a standstill. Let me take a look. Let me check in on the orange team. It's the only team I haven't looked at yet. It looks like
Yeah,
they're the only
they're-
team actually
they're
moving.
Well, Scope had just mentioned that they were just back from a bathroom break, but they were like gearing up down in the mine shaft.
Mhm.
That's what I had last seen them doing.
Looks like Blaze
If
and Scope
somebody
might be
is
planning
reloading.
something here.
But green team did not go very far away from blue team. They just left the mountain. They would like them to leave their little mountain. That's
You know, it
basically
would have been
what happens.
great to attack red team during that time when Zeniker was away. Would have been amazing.
Yeah, quite possibly.
See, yeah, the reason is that at this point, there's no reason to murder your own teammates in moles because you kind of need them to act as meat shields for you.
Yeah, exactly. You
Right.
need them to take the hits you don't want to.
Exactly.
But usually in mole games, most of the time, teams are very uncomfortable with going to meet up and still be carrying a mole.
So I don't see where Scope used his book. He didn't put Infinity on his bow. And he doesn't have the book anymore.
Oh, he doesn't.
No.
But does he have thorns on his?
I can't check his armor.
Thorns. Oh.
So he took
Did
the
he use them as
thorns.
thorns?
That's
That's surprising.
yeah.
So that means a teammate gave him arrows, possibly. Does he
Yeah,
have
let me.
lots of arrows?
He's got 41 now, so he's probably in a good place.
Okay.
Thorns is interesting.
It is.
He's only got 4 apples, so he's not going to be able to use it as much as he likes. And
Yeah, but
Thorns too.
can still do a decent amount of damage. It's
Depending.
Like Thorn 1 is rarely relevant.
Yeah.
Thorns 2 might make a bit of a difference. It's still going to be like difficult. But what I'm thinking right now is red team, for the most part, they are messaging each other a lot, really trying to figure out who the mole is. Because I'd be surprised that I'd be stunned if they were willing to go to meet up still with a mole in their midst.
I mean, they're probably suspecting Engal, because that's the worst case scenario, right?
Yeah.
You would have to suspect the worst case scenario, but they're hoping Blaze,
Yeah.
right? And I think red team would be delightfully happy if they had to go in, but it looks like they're splitting off here, going off in pairs, which is probably the worst idea ever. It's like a horror movie kind of thing.
What would that achieve?
Yeah.
I
Guys,
think
there's a murder on the loose. I think we should split up.
Well, these two are trying. Are they? No. I
Okay,
think
so-
Blaze just wanted to scout ahead, and I don't think.
And see, that's one of the I don't suspect any of you guys kind of behavior that would kind of out you as a mole because it's too not suspicious enough. It's too trusting.
So, blue team just saw green team run by.
Yeah, but they already
Just looking at
engaged.
each other. Yeah, but now green team has decided. You know what? We're going to take hold of the mountain next to us.
Oh, okay. So this is how many countries come to be.
Yeah, indeed. But that's going to be one heck of a long-range fight.
They're probably not even going to shoot at each other. They're probably just going to wait for somebody else to try to engage them.
Ginger's shooting a bit. Ginger has over two stacks of arrows, so
Yes.
he's equipped for the long game here.
So if I remember correctly, it might have been Zarky, but one of the green members had like a huge savanna of chickens right off the bat.
Right.
So they
Yeah.
probably grinded up quite a bit of arrows at this point.
Well, Ginger's been hogging most of the arrows, though. His teammates don't have as many arrows as he does at the moment.
Tyler's trying to give some help.
Have at least a stack.
Tyler's trying to give some helpful suggestions.
Tyler's only has 43 arrows. Yeah, same for Sed. So they have a lot less arrows. So they won't be firing back. They'll be trying to collect.
See, I actually like the snowball idea, but the snowballs don't reach quite far enough. If the snowballs can reach there, might try to knock them off the mountain and get a
Yeah.
yeah. But right now, Ginger's just donating one arrow at a time to the blue team fund.
Pretty much. OU's on the surface. He's still far away from 0-0. He's versus his teammates. Okay, they're all.
Yeah, they were
Now
all. Yeah, meetup is now.
Yeah.
All right, well, guys, tune in next time for the exciting conclusion of Cynical Season 8. Thanks for watching.